So let's be honest, you probably clicked this video because you want the validation that content is difficult, it's fatiguing, and it leads to burnout. And I agree, because I also feel these things every single day. But what I want to do in this video is I want to show you what it actually takes to build a successful social media presence for your business. It's going to be something that everyone can do in their content journey. So let's get into it. Okay, so we're going to be looking at this business called NeuroGum. They have a relatively successful TikTok channel. They've got, 385,000 likes, 114,000 followers. They're getting anywhere between 3 to 20, 30,000 views per video. I feel like we could say that's something that we all aspire for, particularly for a business. Now, what I will say before we jump into this is that not all businesses need a lot of views to be successful. The definition of successful on social media should be subjective. If you think that being successful on social media is by the amount of views that you get, there is a serious misconception there. When you're looking at a business like this, which is business to consumer, I would expect that success is a little bit more driven based on the views. You've got a low cost product that you want to go wide with. It's not a really targeted niche. So in this scenario, yes, high view count would probably mean more success. But if you're a service-based professional, and something that we specialize in ourselves, you don't always need to go super wide because not everyone needs your service. So for example, if you're doing immigration law and your sole focus is dealing with people who need to get a visa, that doesn't need to go wide. So you just need to make sure you capture that audience and provide a lot of value for them. Anyway, I'm getting off topic here because that's not the point of the video. The point of this video is that I want to click on a button that I bet that none of you have clicked, which is this oldest tab. And the reason why I wanted to click on this button is because now we get to go on a little bit of a journey and see how NeuroGum actually navigated their early TikTok channel to where they are now. I did a little count before, but it took them approximately 81, 82, 83, 84, 85. It took them 86 videos to finally hit a viral video, right? This has got 500,000 views. And if we actually click into it, the video starts with a Shark Tank clip, which obviously they were a part of. To be honest, I wouldn't even count this because if you went on Shark Tank and you clipped it, Shark Tank already has a massive following. People are just going to watch it anyway. So we could just keep counting. And once again, I don't know what you would define as a successful video. I mean, I guess here, this is when they really got their first organic viral video, 65,000 views. I don't know if you would consider that, but remember, it's all relative. If your channel averages around 1,000 views and you get 65,000 views, you're probably going to be pretty happy about it. Now, once again, it's not really organic because they just got a UCLA quarterback who I'm assuming in America is relatively famous because I know how big college sports is over there. Anyway, the point of me showing you that was because it just takes so long to get success. And if you're already feeling burnout after 20, 30 reels or shorts or TikToks, I'm going to have to tell you something brutally honest, is that you probably haven't worked hard enough or you haven't experimented. Now that's the next part of what I want to talk about is look at all the different types of video styles or content styles they have produced in the last, 80 videos that we've looked at. As you can see, we've got a lot of product focused videos at the beginning, nothing crazy. Did okay, getting a couple thousand views considering they were getting, 400 or 500 views per video. Then they started doing some more influencer style videos where someone is, in their kitchen in a relatable setting and opening up their product. It seems like they gave up on that idea quite quickly. Then we keep going through. They've tried more videos. Still, you can see they're getting 500, 400 views and nothing's really working for them. And then we could start to see that they tried to go for this on the street question and answer style content with students. I don't know for sure if at that time, because there was a bit of a trend where particularly pranksters, challenge style content creators that were going to these universities and actually asking students and doing a lot of content around students, and that was doing quite well. So perhaps that was a strategy that they came in with. And as you can see, they started to get a few more views. And then finally, what I would consider to be their first genuinely organic piece of content that has done well is this video here, 18,000 views. Let's actually have a quick look at it and do a quick analysis on why maybe that video did quite well.
This tastes like pretty much exactly like the gum that I was just chewing.
So one thing that I quite like about this video is we open with this textual hook, what caffeinated gum tastes like. The thing that I like about this textual hook is that a lot of people have probably never heard about caffeinated gum. And to be honest, before I came to this channel, I've heard about it, but I haven't really looked into it. So for someone like me who does drink a lot of coffee, who has a lot of caffeine, this could be an interesting alternative. And obviously the first thing you think about is, okay, if it's caffeinated, it probably tastes like coffee. So now you want to hear what this bystander has to say about caffeinated gum and whether it actually tastes like coffee. It's only a 10-second video, but it gets 18,000 views. Now I just want to quickly draw your attention to the video before that. It got 4,000 views, but I actually think this video could have done a lot better through one simple change. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play this video. I'm just going to play the intro for 5 seconds, and I kind of want you guys to spot out what you think should have been done to make this video perform a little bit better. So let's play it.
Gum regularly.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, what if I told you that you could chew a gum that has energy and helps you focus?
I would be intrigued.
Neurogum has B vitamins.
This video opens with, I'm going to be honest, it's not a great opening. So do you guys chew gum regularly? Like, what sort of curiosity loop are we opening with that statement? I don't know about you guys, but would you care how often a random person chews gum? I mean, unless there was some sort of like physical feature that we saw in the visual hook. Like, let's say there was someone with like an absolute chiseled jawline and you said, so how often do you chew gum? Well, then now you're probably going to be like, well, I want to listen to this because like they have an insane jawline. That would make sense to open with this. But in this context, I don't think it's that much of a curiosity loop. What I would suggest is I actually think they should just cut the first 2 seconds out.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, what if I told
And they should have just opened with this. This is so much more interesting. What if I told you that you could chew a gum that has energy? Now, of course, if we scripted this, we would probably change this altogether. But remember, sometimes you want to just work with what you've got and we want to squeeze as much juice with whatever we have. Because let's be honest, most of us don't have time to retake, script, high production, etc. So here, what if I told you that you could chew a gum that has energy is just far more interesting. And remember, people are viewers. Yes, we always refer to the algorithm, we refer to data analytics, and unfortunately we reduce people to just a number these days. And I think this girl, she says,
I would be intrigued.
I would be intrigued. That is literally what everyone is thinking when they see this. So obviously the product has potential. She has literally spoken for all of us. Yes, that would be interesting. That is intriguing. So why do we not just start with that? I genuinely believe that this video, had they just cut the first, actually it's not even 3 seconds. It's when this textual hook comes out. What if I told you that you could chew a gum that has energy? I think this video would have performed way better. Basically, what I want to highlight here is that it's important that if you do churn out content and you are feeling like you're not going anywhere, you need to be trying different video styles, different content ideas, because ultimately, if you were to just put out this type of content 100 times and you're complaining about not getting views, it's difficult, you're getting fatigued, you're getting burnout, then unfortunately you're not going to go anywhere. You've probably gotten better at making that content. You know, if you every time you post a video, you should be improving upon your last video by 0.5%, 1%, whatever. It's now not a matter of just grinding and trying to put as many videos out. It's actually just taking a step back and actually going, right, this idea is not working. Let's try something different. So as you can see that they really started to adopt this street interview style content. And another thing that's quite interesting is that they brought back the same guy from this video, which I think is very smart. If you have a successful video, you need to analyze it and think about why did that video do well? And then once you figured it out, you should then try and recreate some element of that video and reproduce it in a different way. So actually now let's think about why did this video not do as well as this video, even though the same guy is in the video.
What would you think about a gum that gives you energy and helps you stay focused?
Sounds like a catch.
You want to try
Let's
it?
try it.
2 of those is equivalent.
Now, I actually think that this video could have been once again cut and started from a different spot. And I would personally start the video right here. 2 of those is equivalent to 1 cup of coffee. The reason why I would start on this is because it opens up a curiosity loop. First of all, I'm like, what are they all looking at? So visually, they're all looking at something. It looks interesting. And as someone, as a bystander, I want to know what they're looking at as well. I also want to know what could be so small that is equivalent to 1 cup of coffee. Once again, the curiosity loop here would just be way too strong. Even though people aren't looking at the camera, I think the fact that all 3 of them are looking at something and it looks interesting and exciting, that is going to do really well. And if you think I'm just making up bullshit, then just think about all the times that you've walked past a restaurant with a very long line. Everyone is focusing their attention on one thing, getting inside that store. And I guarantee you, if you're a bypasser and you're walking past that restaurant that has a huge line, you're probably going to be like, oh, what are they lining up for? And get you interested. Same concept here. There's 3 people looking at one thing. They want to know what's going on. That's just how humans are. We just get interested and excited about things that other people are interested and excited about. Okay, so you can see that the street interview stuff wasn't working, and we can start to see that they're moving away from it. Perhaps there's, I don't know, maybe there was new products that came in. They wanted to do a product promo. Who knows? I'm just trying to go through this journey with what I see. I obviously don't know what's happening behind the scenes. Anyway, we keep going down and then we finally come across this video with 100,000 views.
I got coffee this morning. I'm still exhausted. It is 12. I just finished my lunch. Yay! And now I'm gonna be in a food.
Now, one thing I will say about this 100,000 views, this could have been boosted because, I mean, if we look at the like to view ratio, 500 likes, 6 comments, I don't think that this was organic. I'm not going to look into that video and explain why that might have done well. Realistically, they haven't found a successful, sustainable solution for their content. I mean, they're still jumping from 500 views to 5,000. It's all over the place. And once again, this just goes to show that you need to continue to experiment. You need to keep trialing different stuff until you find the content that works best for your product or your service or your business in general. You can start to see that once they started to do more content about them, what the business, the employees, as opposed to their customers, we can see that videos start doing well. And then obviously when you start getting a promotion with Steve Aoki, then we start seeing big numbers. Now what I want to do is I want to compare their early TikTok phase to their Instagram phase, because sometimes some content performs better on one platform versus another. So let's actually see if they had any sort of success early on. And it's possible that they were just focusing on Instagram and were just being efficient and cross-posting across both platforms. So if we scroll down, we can see actually a couple of their first videos did quite well in terms of views. Once again, we don't know if they were paid or not. This type of content, very low, but I guess very, I don't know, aesthetic, maybe credibility building. And then, okay, now we're starting to see videos that we recognize from TikTok, reasonably, you know, getting a few thousand views, getting 6,000 views. So not too bad. I think these videos were getting 400 or 500 on TikTok, so slightly better on Instagram. And that's kind of the thing, right? You need to be testing your content across different platforms because some audiences might accept it, some audiences might reject it. So it's really important that not only are you testing different styles of content on one platform, you're testing it across multiple platforms. It seems like a lot of the TikTok videos didn't make it to the Instagram, so perhaps TikTok was the testing ground. And then finally, let's have a look at their YouTube and see if they had a rough start as well. So as you can see, YouTube was pretty rough at the beginning. One thing that is interesting is that same video that did well on TikTok did well on YouTube. So clearly the fundamentals of that video were universal across all platforms. If I was their marketing team at the time, I would have studied the shit out of this video and thought about, okay, what exactly of this video made it do really well? This one doesn't even have a textual hook, right? So it's possible that the person brought in the audience, maybe that pattern disrupted the camera moving out. Yeah, it's one of those things where you need to look at your successful videos and go, why did it do well? You know, it just can be tough. It can be really tough. Like imagine you put all this effort into this video and you get 75 views. And like, that's us. You know, sometimes I put a video out and it gets 100 views and you're like, damn, I spent so much time making that video. But you got to learn from it. And this is kind of what I'm trying to do in the videos. I'm trying to open your guys' eyes that like these successful brands, these successful channels, they go through weeks, months, maybe even years before they get successful videos. And sometimes like it looks like this YouTube channel just didn't really pop off, did it? Like I'm looking at it and like even Steve Aoki is getting 100 views. If Steve Aoki is getting 100 views on YouTube, it's tough. Hopefully I have validated your feelings that content is tough, but you need to understand that you're not the only one going through these difficulties. Everyone are, even these big businesses, even Neurogum, they probably have a huge marketing budget. They probably have a huge marketing team, yet their YouTube still looks like this. 196 videos, 679 subscribers. I mean, yeah, it's tough. So if you've learned something from this video, please like and subscribe. If you are looking for some guidance for your own business content, then I'll leave our email and website in the description below, and I'll see you guys in the next video.